To have my newly developed body all to himself, my father locked me away in a secret basement. First, he made an excuse to get my mom out of the house. Then, he tricked me into helping him carry something. And even though I was always the rebellious one, I actually agreed. When I helped him carry a cabinet down to the basement, I suddenly noticed something behind a bookshelf. A secret door I never knew existed. A wave of unease washed over me, but he was my dad after all. I didn't think much of it and helped him move the cabinet inside. Little did I know, my trust in him was about to drag me into a living hell. Before I could even react, my father strode out and slammed the steel door shut.
Dad!
That's when I realized something was terribly wrong. Terrified, I screamed for my dad. The room was completely soundproof. No matter how loud I yelled, no one outside could hear a thing. It wasn't until I looked inside the cabinet we just moved and saw it was filled with all of my personal belongings. I realized my father had planned this all along. Desperate to escape, I rushed to the steel door, trying to open it with the keypad, but my father gave me no chance of escape. After I entered the wrong code 3 times, the power to the room was completely cut off. The sudden darkness terrified me. I scrambled for a flashlight and found a ventilation duct on the wall. I screamed into the vent with all my might, trying to get the attention of any neighbors. But the next second, my cruel father showed up with a blanket and stuffed it into the vent. Just like that, no matter how much I screamed, not a single sound could get out. My sudden disappearance made my mother frantic with worry. She called the police. However, after the police questioned all of my friends, they learned that no one had seen me. That's when my father shamelessly suggested to the cops that I'd been talking about running away lately. When they heard I had taken all my personal things with me, the police bought it. The officer said he'd seen cases like this before. In the end, the kids always come home when their money runs out. He told my mom to just wait patiently at home, that I'd probably be back in a few days. And just like that, my father easily got rid of the police. Then he couldn't wait to come down to the basement. Hearing footsteps outside the door, I quickly hid in a corner. Then, just as he was closing the door, I charged forward and knocked him down. I thought I was finally going to escape, but to my horror, there was another keypad lock on the outside. The next second, my father slowly got up and dragged me back inside. He violently threw me to the floor. After locking the door again, my father dropped the act. He told me if I didn't obey him down here, he wouldn't give me any food, and he'd let me starve to death.
Do you understand?